Hey everybody, welcome back to Sennit Knots. I'm John. I'm standing, actually the Mariners Museum Park is that way. And behind me is the James River, right at the mouth of the James River. We're darn close to it. So I'm finally going to show you that I finally finished this daggone frame. So I'm going to show it to you. But I'm going to go over some stuff first. So I hope you enjoy it. Well, hey everybody, I'm going to go over every daggone detail of the components that went into making this frame. So here you go on that. So guys, when I started out on this frame, I guess a couple months ago, I was sitting in a chair with my back to the York River, and today I drove over to the James River and did a couple more videos. Now that I'm done with it, yay, I'm very pleased to be finished with this one. I had planned this frame, I guess, maybe a year ago, give or take. I had actually made the frame and thought, this'll fit the picture of that wave that my sister made, which I love. I love that picture. She took the picture where she lived then in Ocracoke, North Carolina, out on the Outer Banks. And she's a marvelously talented artist and used what's called pan pastel to make that picture. And what I have is a print. A friend of hers bought the original, but she made a few prints, and I was blessed to have one from her. And I treasure it. I just absolutely love the picture. It's really peaceful for me to sit and look at. So I'm keeping this one, and this is the permanent home of that particular picture in this frame. It's going to go on my wall. Anyway, so onward. Finish the frame. I'm going to go over all of the component pieces of this frame and kind of reference the videos that they came from. I think there's tutorials on everything. Starting with the frame itself, I glued tiers onto the wooden part of the frame. Then I covered it in canvas. The next step on this was a very full video on making sword mat with an inkle loom modified by Skip Hips. Before all of that, quite some time back, a number of months ago, I made a video of my frustration with making a centerpiece mat. What maybe took the longest, the kind of lag time on getting this frame to a point where I could finish it, was tying well over 100 Ashley Book of Knots number 894's 6-strand rose knots. And it's kind of I'm not going to go into the details of that. Part of it was getting them all the same, and then I decided I didn't want them all to be exactly the same, but really close to the same, because actual natural flowers are not the same. So why not make them a little bit different, or let them have some variation? I think it's more pleasing to the eye to look at that. Also tied leaf Sennit, what I call leaf Sennit. I did a recent tutorial on spiral Sennit, and finished the ends of those with, I didn't do a tutorial on this, but it's a wall and crown knot at the end of that spiral. There's 8-strand square braid. I did a tutorial on that, I don't know, a long time ago. Not too long back, I did a tutorial on the Ashley's, is it 2976 or 79? It's one of those. I used 10-strand French Sennit from Ashley's. Then I did what I called in the video tutorial a 16-strand Sennit. It's actually an 8-strand doubled 2/4 under 6 on the left and 2/4 under 4 on the right. That's the back band. I made 4 sailor's crosses. And then I did an 8-strand variation of the 894 rose knot. I made an 8-strand version. You could make a 10-strand version. I think you could double it a number of times. I mean, add 2 more onto it a number of times. I've never tried more than 8, mostly 6s. But I'm going to do a tutorial on the 8-strand, and let's see how that goes. The little triangular mat is, I call it a 3-bite mat, tripled, that's quadrupled, or doubled thrice, however you want to say it. Anyway, that's out of the Encyclopedia of Knots and Fancy Rope Work. So that's it. Sorry for making you wait through all that, but I thought you ought to know. All the component pieces, sometimes people ask. There it is. And now, on to the frame presentation. So I posted a picture of the 8-strand rose knot, which basically is just an embellishment of the Ashley Book of Knots number 894. Instead of 6, this one's 8. Somebody requested it. I don't know who you are. I apologize. I tried to look it up. I don't know if it was Facebook or on the channel. Couldn't find it. But I have 4 strands. This is number 60, which I think is a 3.7 3.7 millimeter in 61 centimeters of, 4 pieces that long. Anyway, so you run them in between each other. So that goes in there. Run that out equally. But each one is independently run through the other. You reeve them through one strand. So that they're equal in length. See if that's right. Close. Yeah. And then this one is going to go through here. Last time I did a rose knot, I think all the times I've done a rose knot tutorial, I didn't do this I did this ahead of time, so you didn't see it. But this is how this works. Let's see if I'm right. There we go. I think I'm right here. Am I right? I'm right. So each of the 4 strands runs through another one. So you end up with a little square in the middle, like that. So here's where you start. I'm going to pinch it right there. You tie in a diamond. 1, over 1, under 1. Hold it up. Over 1, under 1. Over 1, under 1. Keep spinning them around. Over 1, under 1. Over 1, under 1. Come here. And over 1. Come here. And under 1. We're back at the beginning. This one's going to go over, over this one, and then come here. Over that, then under here. And then this one goes over this one. And then under this one. So that's where you start. Then get them all laying out peripherally here. All right, so you got to get these tighter. And basically round. Not there yet. Close. I need to pull these around a little bit. How's that looking? Not yet. Keep going. That's roundish. All right, so then the next step, each of these is going out peripherally, is going to go over the one that it's resting on. So this one goes through there. All of them go through the one that they're resting on. So there. Like anything, when you know how, it's easy. This one looks more complex than it is. I think it is about a 7-stage knot, though. So there are a variety of stages to go through to get this right. But I've tied a billion of the 6-strand ones. Feels like it, at least. Just recently. Over 100. So I thought I'd try an 8-strand one, see how it looks. I'm doing a little fairing up as we go along. All right, so they're all down through there. Then, next step, I think I'm going to tighten this up just a little bit more. Give me a second here. Get it snug. Yeah. All right, so now each of these is sitting directly next to another one. You're going to follow that around and go down through here. And it was literally, it's over these two in this case, and then under these two and come back up here. So we got to do that. This is probably the longest daggone process of the whole thing is running these through here and back up. Get through there. And at this point, I hold these flat and kind of tug on it a little bit to make sure it's really flat. I'm going to have to speed this up or you'll be watching this tutorial for like a month. It really didn't take that long, to be honest. This is probably going to be a total of maybe 20 minutes to tie this, I'm thinking. I haven't timed it. Don't know. Let me look up the clock. I don't know. I started this a couple of minutes ago. It is 25 after 4 here. All right. Let's just see how far it goes. Back up through there. I hope this is fairly visible. Get through there. Go. All right. This line is soft enough that I mean, this is number 63 strand. It's not that hard of a line, but it holds its shape pretty well because it's a 3.7 millimeter line. But anyway, not the hardest of all the cotton lines that I use. I'll definitely have to jump forward on this sucker. All right, so that is done. Okay, so I'm gonna cup it a little bit. Just stick your thumb in the middle or a finger in the middle, hold it right here, and just give those a little tug, and it naturally shapes it to a good kind of a cupped, flowerish look. Then we're just gonna do a counterclockwise crown knot, I think. What am I doing? No, regular, yeah, counterclockwise crown. Boom, boom, there, on and on and on, over one, over one, over one, over one. Come here. And then this one. So there's that. Then this is going to get all fared up. And you pull this pretty tight. I mean, you just got to look for the shape of it. You want them to be concentric, I mean, you know, equal all the way around. That's okay. That'll do. Then they'll go down there. And what I've gotten into the habit of doing is I start with any one of them, and then I go around clockwise. The crown is counterclockwise. I do these clockwise. Come here. Daggone it. I'm telling you, this would be easier if I was watching baseball, not thinking about it. When I get toward the end here, well, pretty soon, this becomes an important and really good tool. The fin fid that I got from Miko is a really good tool because I want to go and select exactly where I'm going through over here, around this. Because we're getting ready to do it right now. So what I do, because these have to go back through here. So I want them to come up. Let me get this straight. Where am I? No, I think I'm okay. That looks good. I'm going to go north, south, west, east, northwest, southeast, northeast, southwest to get them equal, even. So going through here and then just selecting one that's closest to it and pulling that through and reverse it around. FinFid makes this easy. Especially, actually with larger line, it's even better. Across from that. Where am I? There we go. And the last one. So now, guess what we're going to do again? Another crown. Same direction, counterclockwise. So over one, should get around there. Over one, over one, over that one. Over that one, and another, one more, actually almost one more, then there's the last one right there, going through that, come here, little bugger, and then they're gonna get faired up. And I do these fairly snug. You got to just make your own determination. You got to play with it. So that's almost not tied. All right. I mean, it's one more thing to do. See how we're looking. That's pretty good. All right. So now going back here, and I'm going to go right down. I'm going to try to come up over here, right by that. Starting back here. And you don't want to pull these down too hard. You got to pull it all the way through and just let it go. Because, I mean, this is kind of a critical stage to get it to look right. Am I in the right place? No. We're almost there. on there. There you go. 2 more. Boom. There it is. So, and I'll trim these off and glue them, whatever. But that's the knot right there, buddy. Thanks for watching. More content coming very soon on the gigantic frame for the Chief of Naval Operations. That's what I'm doing. I'll see you soon.